The Chicago Bulls are taking on the Charlotte Hornets today. The battle of the Ball brothers going down today. Can the Chicago Bulls pull out a victory after a disappointing loss against the Atlanta Hawks stunt doubles? We're going to talk about it all the more, but you know what we got to do first.
You are now tuned in to Chicago Bulls Central, hosted by Haize, your number one spot for all things Chicago Bulls.
What's going on, Bulls fans? Welcome to another episode of Chicago Bulls Central, your number one spot for everything Chicago Bulls related. I'm the host there, Haize, but more importantly, you guys can follow the channel at Bulls Central Pod on every social media platform we happen to be on. With that said, let's go ahead and get into this content today, y'all. And the Chicago Bulls, the disappointing Chicago Bulls, the bipolar Chicago Bulls, the whatever you want, the middle of the pack Chicago Bulls, whatever you want to call them, are taking on the Charlotte Hornets tonight. And I wish I could say that this was going to be another game where the Bulls are coming in against an opponent with less than double-digit wins, and the Bulls should be able to take care of business at XYZ. But hey, this is a Chicago Bulls team that is susceptible to losing on any given night, period. And when you have LaMelo Ball coming in town, healthy, averaging 29 points per game, you got Brandon Miller coming, he's playing tonight. He's averaging 27 points per game. You got Miles Bridges coming. He's averaging 18 points a game. You got Mark Williams playing. We already seen what he's done against Vooch at times. You got to be prepared in this game. And the Chicago Bulls, if I'm not mistaken, are actually have won both their games against the Hornets so far this season. So listen, I don't know if I trust the Chicago Bulls to sweep a season series yet. I don't know if I do that. So because of that, hey, this could be one of those matchups where the Bulls can, I mean, I hope not, right? I hope that the Bulls come in here, that they have a sense of urgency, that they figure when it comes down to it. But Brandon Miller is out. All right, Brandon Miller's out. Cool, good. Helps it. See, listen, I would say that helps the Chicago Bulls, but then again, it is the Chicago Bulls. Now, Kobe, Giddey, Io, they're all available today. This just came out about 50 minutes ago from Will Gottlieb in regards to that. THT is out, so we'll see what happens. But Shea got the perfect thing here. You don't want to mess around and find out. And unfortunately, that's what happens sometimes with the Chicago Bulls is they mess around a little bit too much, and they end up finding out. So hopefully they're prepared today, man. The Bulls don't want to get caught slipping today because if they do get caught slipping, they could get ugly. Very, very ugly if they get caught slipping. So we'll see what happens there for the Bulls, man. Overall, they got to come in and they got to play with effort. You can't play sloppy, right? The Bulls can't have another game of 20-plus turnovers and expect to win the game. We just don't have the defense to make up for that. We don't have the defense to make up for it. And if we're shooting the ball cold on top of that, oh, man, it's just going to get even more ugly. So the Bulls got to be really prepared in here. Execution has to be at the forefront of what they're trying to do as well. And if not, it's going to be ugly. THT coat will be in my possession in about a week. Why are you trying to steal THT's coat? That's weird. Of all things to steal, you stealing THT's coat? Everyone should be on the trading block expect, or accept. Which one did you mean there, JK? Except for modest, unless the team wants to give up 3 first-round picks, which won't have everybody should not be on the trading block. Well, here's the thing. You could believe that, but everybody ain't on the trading block. This is Chicago Bulls that we're talking about. Everybody's not on the trading block. The thing I don't understand is how a random player goes off against us time and time again, but we never have that random player, not just this year, but year after year. Well, we did have that random player. Did we forget the Javonte Green game where he scored 20 points in a quarter? I'm just saying. To be fair, Matthew, we had Javon. Exactly. We had Javon go crazy the other week. Absolutely. Hell, Adama, that was last season. Adama Sanogo had a 20-20 game last season. Modest Busalis had a 20-point game this year. I mean, it's happened to us some too. Did you just buy that sweater and that hat outfit, or did you already have that? And I'm just seeing. So the hat is new. This hat just came out. The hoodie I've had for years. A hoodie I've had for a while. So They should take P. Will with them on the way back. That is hilarious. No, it counts. You can't say that it doesn't count. It counts. It literally counts. He can't steal THC's hairline. Might as well take something of value. That's crazy. I mean, he can steal THC's hairline. It's probably easy to steal. Just sneeze while the barber's cutting your hair. That's all you got to do. Hey, is this entire franchise make George McCaskey and the Bears look like? No. I'm sorry, they're not that. Nope. The Bears have at least made. I mean, the Bulls have at least won a playoff series in a while. They made it to a finals. The Eastern Conference Finals. So, Matthew, because we don't do a lot of scouting report on the no-name players. Well, you don't notice our random players because it's your team. THC randomly pops off from time to time, which other teams will see as random. Torrey Craig has randomly been hitting it recently. Well, here's the thing. I'll say this. I think what he means by random is the fact that those are players that nobody really knows. Like THC's won a ring before. He's been on championship ring 10. I think people know THC. They don't expect him to go off like that. Will we finally see Lonzo versus Melo for the first time in 2 years? Yeah, they're both playing tonight. Same level of incompetence. Oh, for sure. I mean, that's all Chicago sports right now. Haize, what is your biggest what if in Chicago Bulls history? Mine is if LeBron, Wade, and Bosh had teamed up with Rose and Noah. See, I don't get into that because that's like fictional. Like, look, I know that they said and I don't even think it was all three of them. I think it was Bosh and Wade seriously did consider coming to Chicago. I don't know if we would have ever got. I don't think we would have had the cap space to get all three. So it would have only been two of them. So I like to think of more realistic what ifs, even though what ifs aren't realistic in general. But the biggest what if to me, again, a realistic what if, is what if the Chicago Bulls would have found a way to keep Kurt Heinrich instead of getting rid of him the year we signed Boozer and Ronnie Brewer and those guys. If we would have had Kirk Heinrich on that team still, when we faced off against the Miami Heat in the Eastern Conference Finals, I think we would have won that series. I think I would have won that. I really think we would have won that series, in my personal opinion. Patrick Williams getting over 10 points should now be classed as a random play. That is crazy. That's wild. Is this a sign that Zach is getting traded out of nowhere, ruled out with? Oh, he is officially out? I'm not. Listen, it's a little questionable is what I'll say. But I'll say this. It's completely in the realm of possibility that Zach LaVine is sick of the bullshit. So I think it's a possibility. I'm not gonna lie, bro. The last game against the G League Hawks broke me. I'm done with them. That was just plain disrespectful to Bulls fans. We lost to creative players with 59 overalls. That's a hell of a description there, brother. We about to win by 7, and somebody gonna come in here and say we need to keep the team together and piss me off tonight. Oh, I mean, listen. Anytime the Bulls win, you hear that. You hear it every single time. I don't believe the Bulls would have won that series. It would have been 6 or 7 games. It already was 6 games. No, the Bulls would have won that series. When you look at it this way, and this is why I say that the Bulls would have won that series. The thing that the Bulls were missing was 3-point shooting and defense on Wade. And I think also when you also freeing the fact that if you have Luau Deng and Kirk Heinrich perimeter on defense in that series, and already what Joakim Noah and Taj and what they did down low on defense, if you add in Kirk Heinrich with his ability to hit 3-point shots, with Derrick Rose, when they switched LeBron James on Derrick Rose, that Kirk Heinrich would have been able to hit a number of 3-point shots to help bust up that defense. I think that they would have won. That's just my maybe I'm being a homer, but I think that they would have won that series. The biggest what if is, what if the Blazers selected Michael Jordan in the second when then grab bust of Sam Bowie? Do the Bulls ever have a championship? Would the Bulls have drafted Bowie? I don't know if they would have. Being in the 9th spot right now is, if that's where they end in the lottery, If you run the simulator on Tankathon, most times they stay at number 9. Occasionally they fall to 10 and move up to the top 4. Rare to lose it. No, it's not rare. You go and look at what happened last year. I think even the year before then. So no, don't let Tankathon make you think that it's rarer than what it is. It's really not. And you don't even need all 3 teams. You only need 1, and they don't have to jump into the top 4. Now, yes, there's a chance that they keep it. I think the highest probability is that they keep it, but you can't assume that. You can't assume that. Watch this team lose by 39 points. AK gonna sit there and say continuity. We'll see. We'll see. So don't fall to 10th spot is the key. Listen, the key is pass. Like Bulls don't have a great chance to keep the pick. That's just is what it is. So that's just my personal opinion. Everybody can have how they view it, but in me and my personal opinion, the Bulls have. But anyway, it's what it could have, should have. At this point, it doesn't matter because the Bulls have moved past guaranteeing that they'll keep the pick. Now we can hope that they will keep the pick, but they moved past guaranteeing that they'll keep the pick. So, we'll see what happens there. Overall, I mean, like I said, it's really out of the Bulls' control. It's out of the Bulls' control. So they just got to do what they got to do. Haize, you also have to remember something. Noah made Chris Bosh look like a non-factor in the series, so most definitely we would have won the series. Why are you telling me I would have to remember? I'm the one that said we would have. Like, brother, Bulls team knows how to beat the defending champion Boston Celtics in their home court, but doesn't know how to beat the Pelicans, the Wizards, the Jazz, and the G. Well, that's why anytime somebody's like, well, if this team beat you and this team beat you, then you could beat this. It's like that it's any given day in sports in general. Like, it just is. Bit nervous of the Clippers game in 3 games time. They've been whooping teams recently. I mean, is that any surprise? I mean, listen, what are you worried about it for? The Bulls, we lost to the Wizards twice. We lost to the G League Hawks. What are you worried about at this point? Ain't no point in worrying. The Bulls are going to lose. If they're going to lose, they're going to lose. Ain't no point in worrying no more about this team. It's going to be what it's going to be. NBA should grow a brand and give the Bulls some lottery luck. It's good for business. That's hilarious. That's funny. That's funny. I doubt 2 teams will jump into the top 4 from the 11 to 15. Obviously, it can happen, but would be ridiculously unlucky. We're the Chicago Bulls, fam. We are the Chicago Bulls. That's all I'm saying. Look at what's happened with this franchise. You cannot put anything past anything with this franchise. I don't know what will ever get through Jerry Reinsdorf's head to be a better owner. George McCaskey, even though he's not great either, at least he's putting faith in his GM and not trying to put his hands everywhere. Where Jerry Reinsdorf's hands aren't everywhere. I mean, I'm just being honest. Jerry Reinsdorf is probably less involved than George McCaskey. It just is what it is. Jerry Reinsdorf isn't getting on the phone every other day. He's not being in head coaching interviews. He's not doing that type of thing. The one thing that Jerry Reinsdorf has is don't go over the luxury tax. That's it. It's not that we're over the salary cap every single year, but we don't go into the luxury tax. People try to make it seem, and I think that this is a real perception that people have. Jerry and Michael Reinsdorf are very hands-off in the day-to-day with the Chicago Bulls. They have their overarching things, absolutely, as every ownership does, but I would go to say that George McCaskey is a lot more involved with the Bears than Jerry Reinsdorf has been in at least the last 20 years. He just is. Deanna, go Bulls. I mean, hey, it is what it is. Zach is playing. He's in the start. So who said Zach LaVine was out? Some of y'all got to take a nap. Real talk. Some of y'all got to take a nap. It's safe to say I don't trust Acme in this offseason draft. I think he's had more misses than hits so far. Also doesn't draft or sign our needs and flaws, but overloads what we don't need. Well, I think at this point that he's trying to draft talent. And so you don't always like you going best available isn't necessarily bad. You draft for position when you're a winning team. You draft for best available when you need talent and you're trying to find the best uncover talent. Now, I will say this: there are times where he tried to go with potential where he should have gone with proven thing. Walker Kessler should have been the pick over Dalen Terry. Period. That just is what it is. When you look at the situation of the team, what the team needed, Walker Kessler should have been the pick there. But it is what it is, right? It is what it is. The Rhinos are more concerned with developing the area around the UC instead of the team. That's another thing. They are very well focused on that. Very well focused on that. The starting lineup is out and everyone is playing except THC. Good shit. Good shit. Love to see that from the Bulls. Love to see that from the Bulls. Let's hope Modest gets 15 plus minutes. 13 to 15 minutes. You can usually write him up for that. He's usually good for that. Is it going to finally be a game where both balls face each other that are yes, they're both playing tonight. They're both playing tonight. Yes. I decided I'm in the tank, and hey, the water is fine in here. It's nice not to get so pissed off when we lose. The tank is good for blood pressure. That is hilarious. That is funny. Haize, when was the point of us drafting in a guy like DT, especially if we knew that we were going to draft somebody like Julian? How did we know we were going to draft Julian Phillips a year later? What, Shay? What, Shay? Sometimes I gotta wonder, like at this point, are you on crack? Like, is it cocaine? Is that what it is? Is that what it is? Is it cocaine? Is that what it is? I mean, for example, where we needed more size and defense, I wanted Walker Kessler, and we didn't necessarily need Dalen Terry because at the time we had DJJ and then drafted Julian Phillips. But we drafted Julian Phillips the next year. You can't factor in Julian Phillips, who was drafted the next year, into the Dalen Terry draft. You just can't. And Julian Phillips is a second-round pick that we had to trade 2 second-round picks to get. You can't factor that into that. Now, Derrick Jones Jr., but that's different. We knew that Derrick Jones Jr. was going to be a free agent at the end of it. So, the UC development is objectively good, though don't trip. The development around it? Yeah, I agree with that. Hey, maybe if the Bears get Ben Johnson, Bulls would just ask Ben Johnson to drop half-court offensive plays. That is hilarious. Hey, first of all, hey, Alphabet Boy, first of all, the fact that your parents couldn't decide on a name and gave you every possible letter in the alphabet in your name, how about you're here saying that you're tired of listening, but you're listening? So how about this? Go do something with your life. You got extra vowels in every part of your name. Go buy one. Go play fucking Wheel of Fortune, because you're better barking up that tree than getting absolutely cooked here. Please don't make me go to church on your retarded ass. Don't do that. Don't do that. My boy's name is a bunch of vowels. Your name should be better off as an impronounceable symbol. All right? You sound like what Michael Jackson was screaming at the end of his songs that nobody knew what the fuck he was saying. Your name is basically what Mushmouth was saying in Fat Albert. Get your life together, my boy. Don't come here trying to get attention, because you will get cooked. All right? It's bad enough. It's bad enough. I can't say that joke. That would have got me canceled. Y'all know what it is. What up, Drip? Biggest problems with Acme's mixed signals with the Bulls drafting process. If we have a clear roster path going into the offense off seasons, we probably would be in much better position right now. We'll see. If we don't re-sign Lonzo, I'd love to see him play with his brother. Just see if LeVar was right. LeVar, shut down. Why are we bringing up LeVar Ball? Jello in the building too will perform his new song in the halftime break on that terrible ass song. That terrible ass song. It's truly a terrible song. Yeah, why would so many people think? See, y'all gotta read better, because so many people was like, "Oh, Zach's question. Oh, he's not playing." What? Jello performing the song, bro. That shit's terrible. Nobody wants to hear Jello's song at all. I got a what if theory. What if AK actually had a plan after Lonzo got injured, but he lost his memory and became the AK we know now? What? Was that what if you had a good comment and you lost it in the middle of typing? I think that's what we got to ask here. Sucks that we got stuck with one of the worst head coaches in the current NBA. Yes. You know, it is. That song's trash. That song's trash. Song's trash. Song's trash. MC Season, listen, I understand that you have middle child syndrome and you keep trying to get seen. I'm about to put you in timeout because first of all, we're not going to talk about the fact that you bleach, dye, and press your hair to try to make it look straight because you're afraid of embracing the nappy curls that are there because you're part Guatemalan and part Mexican. We're gonna ignore the fact that you hide chimichangas in the back bun of your hair. We're gonna ignore the fact that I saw you walking around Boys Town with that bun in your hair and switching, but we ain't gonna talk about that. Wait, let's calm down, MC Season. Stop trying to come. Your jokes are about as whack as your lyrics. If you can come up with a diss track to save your life because your jokes are fucking trash, my boy. We're not gonna talk about the fact that you got that goddamn Rojo sauce on the back of your neck causing stains. We ain't gonna talk about that, right? Chill out, my boy. Get it together. Chill out. All right. Out there trying to take Drake pictures and you 3 feet tall. We ain't gonna talk about that. My boy's about to play Pepe Le Pew in a live action movie with no CGI. No CGI. Just calm down, bro. I told you I was going to get your green card. Just chill out, bro. Chill out. That is funny, bro. So MC Season looked like somebody tried to draw a Bad Bunny from memory out here trying to talk about people. Now we already say, and this is the thing. I love MC Season, but I already said that I'm trying to clean up the stream, and here he comes trying to troll. So I'm really gonna block this motherfucker. Chill the fuck out, MC Season. All right, chill the fuck out. Don't become a victim. Jello song makes me want to shoot my goddamn phone. Listen. Luckily, I ain't heard much of it. Hold on. Since MC Season want to talk about people, first of all, see, look, now you got me being full Petty Roosevelt. MC Season, bro, my boy, why do you look like you about to start singing My Bloody Nightmare, my boy? Why do you look like you emo at the same time, but you trying to be a goddamn Mexican gangster? Where'd you get that jacket from? Right? Where the hell did you get that jacket from? Why does that jacket look like you got it out of fucking goddamn Leave It to Beaver, my boy? Come on, man. Like, what is that? What is that, man? What are we talking about here, MCCs? Why do you look like that? Chill out, my boy. All right? Calm down. Carl Schultz. Look at that. What is that? My boy looked like he 14 different races all at the same time, all conflicting with each other. What are we doing here? Chill out, my boy. All right? You didn't even have to get flamed today. We was in a good mood. We was flaming alphabet people, bro. You just got to chill, my boy. You got to chill. All right, Carlos? Chill out, boy. Chill out. Whoa, Lloyd. That's crazy. Lloyd, that's a crazy, that's a wild comment, my boy. That's a wild comment. I'm definitely taking a screenshot of that. That's crazy. That's wild. That's crazy, bro. Oh man, that's crazy. I wasn't even trying to roast. No, I was trying to be calm today. I really was trying to be calm. That's crazy, man. That's wild, bro. My boy said he went to a 90210 auditioned one time and has never been able to get back to his heritage since then, bro. That's crazy. That's crazy, man. That's just wild, man. Emo Kings, the only thing they hate more than the disciples is themselves. That's great. Oh man, that's wild. I have no idea how we got here. I was trying my best. Oh, bro, we family, bro. I would never block you from the channel ever. I was just talking shit to you, bro. You ain't never got to worry about that. It's all fun and games when we roast each other. You my brother, man. I'm not gonna lie to you though. MC Season in his Avi does look like if Archangel went to the Dominican for about 3 months and only ate avocados. That's what would happen. That's what would happen. So, it is what it is. But all right, y'all, we're going to go ahead and get ready to wrap it up because that's crazy. The fact that we even got here is wild. I have no idea I don't know how this happened. It's crazy. That's hilarious, man. Nobody can say that we don't have fun, bro. Nobody can say that we don't have fun. First of all, Lloyd, you just keep getting worse, bro. That's crazy. Lloyd, you know what? Y'all can tell Lloyd just got out of prison not too long ago. He's way too comfortable, bro. He's still getting used to being back in the world. That's crazy. That is wild, bro. You got the same haircut as MC Season. It's the same haircut. MC Season took Archangel's Avi and went to Great Clips and was like, this is what I want. Just slope it over my eye a little bit more. That's crazy. That's wild, man. Oh man, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. We're trying to get to 25,000 subscribers before the end of the season, man. Make sure you guys are following me at CEO Haize. You can follow the channel at Bull Central Pod. We appreciate you guys for tuning in, man. You can leave us any feedback, questions, comments, concerns, bullcentralpod@gmail.com. Lastly, if you want to leave a text message and our voicemail for the mailbag, the number to do so, 773-270-2799. We're the number one spot for everything Chicago Bulls related, and we'll see you guys at halftime. Love you guys. Go Bulls. Peace.
This has been a presentation of the Break Media.